Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Arsenal 0, Manchester City 2, different season, same nonsense. Yeah, man, let's crack on with it. So yeah, going into the game, we know we got stitched up by the fixture men or women, whoever do the fixture list. Manchester City and then Chelsea next week. So we needed to, if the players want to show that they're about this for the new manager, for this new era and all these things, they need to do it now. Going into the game, last year we went against City 3 times, defeated 3 times. They scored a whole host of goals against us. So we knew like we could be getting a beating. And if we look at it from a statistic point of view, even though we know we're way off Manchester City and what they're doing in regards to pushing for Europe and them things there, 37 points off them last year. So we need to turn up. Going into the game, there was obviously big calls in regards to the who we were playing. We knew for City they weren't going to be without, clearly they're still dangerous, which you saw, which Sterling started, Sane didn't start, Kevin didn't start, and there's a couple others. But for us, obviously, centre-half pairing in Mustafi and Socrates only played a couple of times in pre-season together. I don't believe Reece Nelson was on the bench. The star man Lucas Torreira was on the bench too. Daisy, massive show of faith, started, and obviously I wanted to see Aubameyang and Lacazette play together, but one was elected for off the bench. So yeah, man, going into the game, apart from the first 10 minutes, there's not really much to be excited about, to be fair. I felt in the first 10 minutes, it looked like we were up for it. It looked like we were showing, specifically the first 5. Yeah, Maitland-Niles was dealing with stuff down the right-hand side and City were threatening out wide, but we were compact. People were being brave on the ball. The fans were getting onto it. It was looking like we're decent. For 10 minutes or so, obviously you saw Ramsey go in behind, you saw Daisy spray a couple passes, but after them 10 minutes, I believe 3 or 4 minutes later, they took the lead. Lovely bit of play from Sterling, who looks like the one bright spark for them, to be fair, in the game. It's elementary defending, and it shows how, I'm not going to lie, I did see a way of playing and stuff, so I'm not actually that annoyed with the defeat. It hurts, but to let Sterling, you can see what he's going to do, Bellerin. Like, he's cutting in on his his right foot. You can see it. Daisy should do better. Bellerin, they should do better. A couple other players could do better. I think people are attributing that Czech really should have saved that and stuff like that. Of course, he could have saved that. He should have really done a bit better and read that. But I think it should have been stopped before it actually happened, to be honest with you. And that shows that shows how far off we are when it comes to sniffing danger and things like that. Czech bailed us out many a times that game. I felt he was obviously shaky when he was trying to play out from the back, and I can't understand why we keep doing that, in the sense that, yes, I want to see us play out from the back. Yes, I want to see us still being brave when it's not working. But we need our players to be a bit street smart, to realise, all right, cool, this isn't working. Let's try a ball over the top. We've got Ramsey running in behind playing as. It looked like a 4-3-3 to me at times, or a 3 or like a 4 in midfield, 3 presser sort of thing, and 1 spare in defence sort of thing. It looked like that, but by the same logic, you could say it was a 4-4-2, and Ramsey was a fake sort of support striker. If you've got Ramsey who likes to make runs over the top, you've got Aubameyang with a bunch of pace. Obviously, Walker's not slow, not no slouch in that. Play it over the top. Couple times you saw Xhaka do it and Daisy do it. And Xhaka's my guy, but you were appalling today. I felt you were actually playing well up again. Playing well for the first 20 minutes and then just sloppiness. There was 2 incidences where you losing the ball almost led to a goal as well. Sterling had a couple of chances and like I said, Czech bailed us out. Obviously sad to see Maitland-Niles got injured, because I felt he was doing pretty well down the left-hand side. But from either side of the flank, City were troubling us. And going into the game, obviously by design, Unai Emery favours a compact side and them things there. You know the flanks aren't going to be utilised by us, but we need to defend that better than that. I told you guys before the season started, if this is the system we're going to do, the fullbacks have to do better. I don't even think it's just the fullbacks, but it's ridiculous. You know City are making runs off the ball and they were scaring us. Even before the Sterling one happened, how many balls, when people weren't following men and things like that, did they put in? And if I'm Pep Guardiola, I'm happy that I've actually won 2-0 on things, because we didn't get out of first gear. And if I'm honest, if I'm Pep Guardiola, I'm actually unhappy with that performance, because City squandered a lot of chances, time wasting unnecessarily and things like that. Like I said, man, Czech was saving us out, was bailing us out many a times. I don't know how Laporte didn't get, Laporte didn't get booked in the second minute for a foul and things like that. Yeah, I felt Mustafi and Socrates, 2 people I actually give a lot of hell to, actually did okay in the grand scheme of things in that half. So I'm never going to get at them. But it's just more of the same. After the goal, for me, people, we look nervous. It shows that the psychological wounds are still there, regardless of pre-season and the feel-good factor. Because as soon as, it's like before the goal, there was optimism in the air. People were trying the things. It's like we slipped back into old habits after they scored. People started getting nervous. I did think we were rushing it a bit, panicking a bit, too quick to go forward and stuff. And to a degree, I did see Godazy and Ramsey being a bit too naive, flying up the field and leaving Xhaka and things like that. We could have taken our opportunities more. It wasn't clicking in the final third. Throughout the game, I felt Ozil was alright today, but you saw Ozil, Ramsey, Aubameyang, Lacazette, collectively, that final pass wasn't quite there. And I don't want to attribute it to rustiness, because that's an underlying problem at Arsenal. Even through our banter years, even if you could say these sides are better based on money, we played better football. So obviously for me, we need to fix up defensively and all of them things first. But the damn right fluidity is gone from this football club. Like, it's really left us. What's annoying me as well is we're standing off at silly times. Like, we really can't. We're standing off near the edge of our area. Like, why are you standing off near the edge of our area? Engage. We're not trying to stop the cross. When Liechtenstein come on, he showed someone down the flank. I think it was Mahrez. Mahrez took a touch and crossed it in. All right, cool. That's again, you don't want crosses to come in, but that's what you needed to do. I didn't feel we were doubling up. I felt Mkhitaryan shied away from a lot of the defensive attributes that he was required to do today, and he just really lost it. I don't know how he played 90 minutes, or if he didn't play 90 minutes, he definitely played a duration of the game. So yeah, it was nice to see Bellerin. Even when Bellerin got in behind and he had a shot, a tame effort, that sort of stuff, he wanted to see that a bit more faith. Because City did look a bit nervous. Obviously it's Arsenal, so we'll always find a way of outdoing you in that. Godazy, obviously I love him, and this is why I'll make a vid specifying my thoughts on him, but this is why I tell you, look, be easy. He was committed, along with probably Czech, Mustafi, Socrates, and Lacazette and Liechtenstein. When they came on, he was one of the better players, but that's only through wearing his heart on his sleeve and trying. He was vacating positions. He was losing the ball a lot today. There was one incident, he almost lost the ball in his own half, and Czech bailed them out. Ironically, it was only him and Ozil, the man who doesn't track back for that. But other than that, like, it felt like the boys were thinking we're 4 or 5 down, like it's 1-0. Like, why are you nervous? Why are you going into a shell and things like that? Obviously, and at half-time, I actually had to write down my thoughts. What are my exact thoughts at half-time? Old habits, the fullbacks, obviously, I've mentioned that. Sterling and Mahrez are having the fullbacks on toast, without a doubt. Xhaka is dwelling on the ball. Ramsey is gone AWOL. Matteo Guendouzi is naive. We're forcing the play out the back. I want us to play over the top. I've mentioned the Ramsey and thingy point. Mkhitaryan, I don't know what's going on. We're just wasting chances being presented to us via City, which you even saw in the second half. Yeah, there's nothing else. Like, we're not utilising wide areas. And if I'm honest, to a degree, I don't want to be drawing conclusions on Unai Emery, but you know, City, the wide men, if we're going to be compact, you have to make sure our fullbacks stop the cross. You have to make sure the midfielders do their thing. Obviously, he drummed it into them. But if I just look at a tactical point of view, it was a bit off. I see the approach in what Ramsey and Lacazette. I mean, Ramsey and Aubameyang. But I would have probably started Lacazette. Again, hindsight, everybody's a genius, so I'm not getting at him and things like that. But second half, again, there's something with this club, because first 10 we were good. First 10 in the second half we were good. There was a couple passages where we were actually threatening City, where you saw Mendy make a couple mistakes and things like that. And City, obviously, when they're match fit, they're going to click and be a different beast. But we could have done a lot better today. For me, especially when it's 1-0 down. When they scored their second, and Bellerin could have done a bit better for the goal for me and been a bit proactive. But if I'm honest, it's Liechtenstein, you know. Everybody could have done better, but Liechtenstein's unaware of Bernardo. That's the first time he's been unaware of a player since he's come on. He's unaware. You obviously seen the rest, and it's 2-0 down. And obviously, for all the play and all of these things and all of what's not, the most important thing is that City are 2-0 up now. They've gone against the run of play. The counter-attacks, they're still catching us 5v5. Even in that, the second goal is 5v5. Now it's all coming back to me. I'm so sure Aubameyang, Ozil, Mkhitaryan, there's many incidences where I think it was actually Gundogan who started the move. Someone could have brought that man down. If that's Liverpool, if that's Spurs, if that's City, they're bringing the man down. Not because, again, it's dirty. I don't advocate dirtiness. But so we can get back in organisation. We're too clean. Nobody brings them down. They counter-attack. The ball eventually goes to the right-hand side where whoever, what was it, Mendy or whoever, obviously holds up the ball, and then Bernardo obviously ghosts in and made it 2-0. And at that point, it's dead. Obviously, for me, Torreira came and played. We saw a couple great passes from him and things, but it's too late. The game's done by then. Lacazette, for me, lively when he came on with a point to prove and things like that. Squandered a lot of efforts. So did Ozil. So did Ramsey. So did Mkhitaryan. The play in the final third just wasn't clicking, and it's ironic because I'm actually not vexed. Like, I'm actually not vexed with the performance. Maybe it's because I thought we'd lose by more than this. Like, I don't want to say there's positives, because there really isn't no positives, because the midfielders, apart from tracking back and collectively throughout the team from trying to play a certain way that Unai Emery is looking to play, there's very few positives to take from this. there's not much more to say on that front other than all we can do is go again. Like, is really just go again next week, and it is what it is on that front. Suspect defensively, of course, getting caught versus 5, but for me the main thing is the psychological thing, because the drop off from going when we went a goal down to when we were still technically in the game in the first 13 minutes or so is ridiculous.